So it seems like the game Rocksteady pitched to Warner Brothers after the disaster that was Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was a new Batman game. Now I'm reading this report from Insider Gaming, in which the article title reads, "Rocksteady working on new Batman game, its claim." And from this article we know that their source is Special Nick, as Special Nick did report on his Twitter, replying to a tweet from the Game Awards account which said, "Name your dream game developer for the next Batman game," in which Special Nick replied, "Not sure which studio people's dream is, but I heard Rocksteady are back making it. I also think Sony are trying to money hat it, lol." Now this itself is a huge rumor, as there are three main components we want to break down. The first being the Game Awards tweeting this in the first place could be a hint that maybe we're going to see some tease at the upcoming Game Awards showcase in December, but I'm also sure that the Game Awards account does do a lot of these fun tweets a lot of the time. Or maybe it is that they heard the rumor themselves and they wanted to tease it themselves too, kind of foreshadowing the future. And of course the massive one is Special Nick, what he's claiming himself in saying that he's heard that Rocksteady is making a Batman game as of right now, as we also heard a couple months ago that Rocksteady was pitching a new game to return to its roots, and the fact that Rocksteady themselves weren't actually happy with the decision that Warner Brothers execs were forcing upon them, like live service elements, to implement within the Suicide Squad game. Now I think with the upcoming Batman Arkham Shadow game, the VR experience within the Batman Arkham world, which acts as more of a sequel to the Batman Arkham Origins game, it showed a lot of fan support. It showed Warner Brothers that a lot of people would love another entry within the Batman Arkham verse, or just within the Batman franchise. And one of those execs that they would have had to convince was James Gunn himself, as James Gunn is in charge apparently of the movies, TV shows and games of the DC universe, as the DC studio chiefs James Gunn and Peter Safran, who have announced plans to incorporate video games into their revamped canon moving forward. Just recently we also had rumors of there being a The Batman game, the Matt Reeves universe Batman universe, having its own spin-off game, to which James Gunn replied, "Sadly, there is no truth to this whatsoever." Now James Gunn is a huge fan of the DC universe. He knows what fans want. He knows that fans want another Batman game, and Warner Brothers really need a win, especially after the $200 million loss of Suicide Squad. So to greenlight a brand new Batman game would be a no-brainer. Now we don't know if this is 100% true, as this is a rumor. However, it was stated by Special Nick, who is quite reliable within the insider space, and we don't know whether this game would be a sequel to the Batman Arkham Knight game. Will it still be in the Arkham universe, or will it be a completely new universe? Or one of the ways I think it could fit into the new DC universe canon is having the games act as a prequel to the Batman the Brave and the Bold movie, and kind of having the games be the origin story of this new Batman, as it seems like when we get our new Batman within the new DC universe, it's going to be a Batman who has already got his Bat family, or in the early stages of his Bat family, and it's likely he's going to be within his mid-30s, maybe 40s. So to have the games tell his origin story or his earlier adventures would be a great way to canonize this game. Or if it is another Batman Arkham game and it continues the Arkham universe, well, that is still canonized within the new DC universe, but as an Elseworld story, as we know that everything is part of the multiverse in some way, shape or form. I personally wouldn't want to continue the Arkhamverse, especially without Kevin Conroy, as I feel like he really defined that universe. But I still want another Batman game. However, let's go into a new timeline and a new universe where now we can also introduce Wonder Woman and Superman and the Green Lantern, a part of this new Batman game universe. There's also the cancelled Warner Brothers Montreal game, Batman Arkham Legacy, which would have had Damian Wayne take up the mantle of the Batman from what would be perceived as a dead Bruce Wayne, when in reality it would be an old man Bruce Wayne running the Batcave and also occasionally going out there and fighting crime, as we can see from this Batman Arkham Project Sabbath concept art. It would be an old man Bruce Wayne. This could have very heavy influences from the God of War series with Kratos and Atreus. However, this time it's Damian and Bruce. This game was also inspired by Batman Beyond, as it would have taken place in the future with an old Bruce Wayne and an advanced bat suit for Damian Wayne with the red bat symbol. However, again, this was Warner Brothers Montreal's plan and not Rocksteady, so it's very unlikely that Rocksteady would want to take another developer's plan, but rather do something that's original to them. Now they can go all out and make a true Batman Beyond game with Terry McGinnis and have its own storyline and be separate from the Arkham universe, which would also be a huge surprise, and I think a lot of fans would also love that. Or like we said earlier in this video, it could be the origin story of our new DCU Batman or his earlier adventures, as that would be a great way to tell his early past adventures, as it would be referenced in the movies too. Another potential is the Matt Reeves Batman universe, and with recent rumors of there being a Batman game within the Batman universe with James Gunn shutting down those rumors, and the massive success of just one episode of The Penguin, perhaps Rocksteady was interested in making a Batman game within this universe, but I highly doubt that one too. Now, Gotham Knights itself introduced a brand new universe, as that game was not connected to the Arkhamverse, so perhaps Rocksteady would just create a brand new universe free from the Arkhamverse and have that just be a legacy in itself, and start from fresh within a brand new universe where they can also start introducing Superman and Green Lantern and Wonder Woman, and then hopefully spinning off into a Justice League game, and also finally giving us a Superman game. I think that would be absolutely incredible, but there are just so many directions for Rocksteady to go in, so we're going to have to wait for further rumors and further intel to find out what's going on there. We also know that there is a Wonder Woman single player game coming, which will be using the Nemesis System and is being created by the developers who created the Shadow of War game. Now, I would absolutely love for this Nemesis System to also be introduced within this brand new Batman game, as I think many of these games need that system, and the Batman just has a huge host of different villains that would be absolutely incredible to see, having their own forces, having their own armies, and having their henchmen be part of this Nemesis System to give us our own personalized storylines for those villains who take us down. I think a Batman game would be the perfect use of the Nemesis System, and if they don't use it, I think it would be a massive waste. And we also know that Warner Brothers had plans to go live service, and even after the release of Suicide Squad, even after the release of this game's failure, they were still saying they wanted to push live service more in gaming, and that would be one of their main strategies going forward, which made a lot of us gamers nervous. However, now we don't even know if Warner Brothers will be keeping the gaming division to themselves, as it seems we have reports that Warner Brothers is once again looking to sell off assets of their gaming's division, as different executives are trying to tell David Zaslav and convince him to sell it, as Zaslav didn't want to let go of the gaming's division because he saw huge money potential in it. However, after the huge failure of Kill the Justice League and everything that's happened since then, perhaps that would be the push they needed to get rid of a lot of that division and do what Disney do with their Star Wars and Marvel IP, licensing it out to different studios, for those studios to do all the work and for Warner Brothers to make profit off just owning the IP. And the great news about this is David Zaslav is reportedly looking at licensing its IP to other game studios and is going in that direction, which means we could see a lot more games using the Warner Brothers IP. As Zaslav says, we have 11 studios here and we have a lot of IP, and there's also a lot of interest among others in coming to take advantage of some of that IP for gaming, which we're looking at. Now, if Warner Brothers is going in this direction and already have that ball rolling, then perhaps they would sell off studios like Rocksteady and the other studios within their portfolio to other major gaming studios like PlayStation and Xbox or Ubisoft, and do what Disney are doing with their Star Wars, Indiana Jones and Marvel IP and just licensing them out. It seems like everything is going in that direction, which is very good news, because that means it's likely we're going to see a lot of games within the Game of Thrones universe, the DC universe, not just Batman but other DC characters like Superman, like Green Lantern, like the Flash, and the Matrix universe and the Game of Thrones universe, and so much more. So things are looking very up, and I feel like this video was packed full of good news, and hopefully we get even more good news with these games in the future, and I will be updating every single one of you on all of this, letting you know every little rumor, every little detail. So go ahead, subscribe, please share it with your friends, please comment down below what you think about all this. Do you think Warner Brothers is going in the direction of just licensing games and is going to sell off the studios that they own, or do you think they will do a hybrid model where they have got in-house studios but they are also licensing the IP out? I feel like that's the position they're kind of in right now, as they have the Wonder Woman game in progress, they've got multiverses, and now they've got Rocksteady working on this potential new Batman game, but they could also sell those studios off. And it already seems like Sony is potentially going to be backing up Rocksteady for this new Batman game, which means if a sale does go through and Warner Brothers is going to be selling off their gaming assets, then it looks like Sony will be buying Rocksteady, and they may even be trying to do an exclusive deal for this Batman game, whether it is a timed exclusive DLC, or the huge deal would to be having a complete exclusive to PlayStation. Now, I may be talking about that in a separate video. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you think down below. Go ahead and watch the breakdown of the upcoming X-Men game by Insomniac Insomniac Studios, and the upcoming Marvel Spider-Man 3 game. A whole lot of information was leaked last year, and we broke it all down. So I'll leave those videos in the description and pinned comment section below. Guys, thank you so much. Roger, peace out, God bless, and I'll see you on my next videos. Take care, guys.
For my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces, hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh.